And welcome into another episode of the Delco Duo. I'm one half of the Delco Duo, Monica Crime.
And I'm Jenna Meisner, other half of the Delco Duo. Happy to have you with us on another Saturday night.
First Saturday of October.
It is the first Saturday of October.
Really, I feel like the official start of fall.
I don't know. I'm always decorating so early in September, so it's been fall in my house for a while. But October, I like October.
I love October.
The Halloween stuff is a lot. I'm a scaredy cat.
Now you are.
I am. Yes.
Now you are.
Like, I'm not going to any haunted attractions. I'm not going on I'm going on like the nice hay rides, like to the witch's house. But I'm not going on,
But I don't think
the horror
anything's really
hay
that
rides.
scary. Like, people decorate and it's all cutesy stuff now. Nothing's actually really that scary.
Unless you seek out one of these places.
Yeah, I'm not. Like Arasafas, I don't do.
I used to
love Arasafas.
Right.
I go for their cute attractions, but like the night stuff.
Like the harvest hayride.
Mm-hmm. I'm not going to their night stuff.
I used to feel so much pressure as a teen because, you grow up in Delco.
Yeah.
That's the place to go. Everyone goes there. You go there on a Friday, Saturday night with your friends as teenagers. And I used to be so scared whenever everyone was like, all right, so this Friday,
No, you're right.
we're doing the corn maze.
Pressure is real.
I'm like, Mom, make up an excuse as to why I can't go.
Oh my gosh. You know what? Actually, that's funny you say that because I remember I was dating a guy and he was older and he brought me to Arasafas and I was like, okay, I'll go because I want to like
Impress you.
Like, you bring, I was so terrified. And I really did kind of at that point feel like I had to like stay with him. You know what I mean? I was like, okay, I almost felt like compromised at that point. I was like, okay.
Trauma bonded.
Yeah, like I was like, okay, I have to stay with you. I don't know anyone else. I don't know. You are my ride. I didn't know what else to do.
You had to do what he wanted to do.
Yes.
Like, you had to do the attractions.
Yes.
Lucky for me, my husband is just as terrified of that stuff as me, which is so funny because Tate doesn't come across as a man that's scared of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
He's the biggest scaredy cat ever.
Right.
So all of our dating, we never had to do any of that stuff.
Right. Eugene's not like a scaredy. He just doesn't like it. He's not like, I don't enjoy this.
It takes one psychopath to sneak in there.
Oh, you every time
with a real chainsaw. It's woods.
It's fun. It is fun. I can't wait. What my kids will get to a point, and then
they'll go.
I'm gonna drop them off and just be like, "Ha ha! You're gonna be scared."
All right, let's get to the debrief. And yeah, so it's spooky season. There's a lot of different, horror attractions, fall festivals.
Events.
But it's also event season, and Monica and I are booked and busy, and we're going to tell you about a few places that we're going to be at if you want to come and see us. Yeah. The first one's just for the ladies, though. Girls' night out, what it sounds like, women night out in Delaware County. We've been the hosts for this for
3 or 4 years.
At Springfield Country Club. It's a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. And they've got a lot of different Delco
Girls'
vendors
night out. Yep.
And like small businesses, and all the money raised, it's a fashion show involved, goes to women with cancer in the Delaware Valley. So
yeah,
Delco.
In Delco.
Yeah.
Delco. So that's really cool because all of these events really Delco based. So we love it because we get to go out and really meet people and see all of our friends. So that's really fun.
That's the 13th of October.
Yes.
And then the second one that we're involved in, the Ella Bella fashion show, is the end of
They're both
October.
fashion shows. I forgot.
Yes.
Because we're so
fashion. Look at us. We're fashionable. Of course, we're going to be invited to the fashion events. And we actually had a couple photos of the times that we, have hosted. So that's Girls' Night Out.
Girls' Night Out at
Theme
Springfield
was
Country.
Denim, so that's why we're both like rocking some denim there.
That was the first night. And then this is the Ella Bella fashion show.
Yes. That happens at the Drexel Brook in Delco, of course. And this one helps local families. So the first one's women, Girls' Night Out. Women with cancer, Ella Bella fashion show is families. Home. They help with like groceries, utility bills, any of the outside financial pressures that families really don't want to deal with.
Right.
Don't want to deal with when they're already going through enough.
Which is such a cool concept. I love that.
And they're pretty popular. I mean, they've worked at the Eagles. The Eagles just did like a puppy yoga session where it benefited bringing hope home. So we're so excited to be back hosting that. And that is the 24th of October at the Drexel Brooks. So those are some ways to come see October.
Us. We love it. Come see us. Get your tickets.
And always you love the auction items. Like we're supposed to be working and Monica's like walking around, putting her name down. She's like, what's the people bidding on this?
Well, for some of them, they let us bring our husbands and I send my husband off. I'm like, go bid on these items. I love bidding. I also love gambling. So it kind of like comes with it.
Might be a little bit of a problem that you're discovering, but when it's an auction, it's for a good cause. So
exactly.
Like gambling is just your own cause.
Bad cause.
But for the good of the people.
Yes. Bringing hope home. Girls' night out. Fun.
So come see us. All right, let's get to our first issue of the night. That's what we do on the Delco Duo. We solve your problems.
Yep. Greg from Garnet Valley. My son and I were on our favorite playground recently when I recognized one of the other father-son frequenters. Our sons were playing nicely at first, but my son stuck his tongue out at the other. The father did not react like I thought. He scolded my son in front of me, saying it's rude to stick your tongue out at another. I think it's rude to scold another child. I agree. I think that's so weird. Like, one, I'm weirded out. I'm so weirded out at that moment that, like, another adult's talking to my child.
I think it all depends how far it gets on the playground. I think sticking your tongue out is not a big deal. Like, if we were at a playground recently and these boys that were a lot older than my son were blocking the steps to the toddler slide. Like, this slide was clearly for ages 2 to 4. Like, it's a tiny slide. And they were standing there, and I don't know, maybe they were 5 or 6.
Right.
And they were roaring at him, like, roar,
yeah,
roar. And Cruz was just standing there, like, staring at them, like, what is their problem?
Yeah.
And it was taking everything in me to be like, these little kids, stop. Like, get off the steps, stop roaring in his face. But I didn't say anything, and it wasn't upsetting Cruz. He was more so just confused.
Right.
So I just waited to see how it played out. And I think maybe that would have been helpful here. Like, okay, stick your tongue out. That's not a big deal.
Right.
But then, I don't know, if you like push my kid or you bite my kid or you do something like that, then I'm saying something.
Okay.
I don't care.
Yeah.
If you're not going to discipline your child, then I'm going to discipline your child.
I feel like I always try and avoid confrontation or conflict, almost to the point where like I'm like a, like I'm a mat, like you walk all over me kind of thing.
That's not a good thing.
It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. And I really need to start standing up for myself and
your
my
car
kids.
got hit and you didn't want the information of the other. Your car is literally scratched. I saw it. I finally saw what you were talking about, and you didn't say anything. Like
that to me, I was just like, oh, we are.
But you're so together. Opinionated on other things. That's why I'm like,
and I just feel like
I don't understand how you have these two
parent
sides.
Parent to parent, like let's give each other grace, kind of thing.
Playground parents really annoy me.
But yes,
the hands-off playground parents, I hate you.
I feel like to me, like, because we're all trying to survive out there, and my kid sometimes can do things, and I'm just like, I'm trying my best with my kids. Can you not parent my kid? I'm trying to do my best, and
I'll give you grace the first couple of times.
Right.
If it's physical, you're not getting any grace. Like if you shove my kid out of the way to get on the slide, I'm going to say, no, wait your turn. Right. If your parent's not going to say anything. But that's why I'm saying the hands-off playground parents, I don't appreciate them. You need to be on your kid.
But I also wondered, though, too, if you're constantly sticking up for your kid, is your kid ever going to learn to stick up for themselves? You know what I mean? That's the only thing is like...
Well, if they get older, then
you got to start teaching your kid, like, hey, stick up for yourself.
But my 2-year-old's not really that concept yet.
No.
But like a 6-year-old, we'll teach them that.
Greg, I think it was rude of that dad to say that to your child. Sticking your tongue out is not that big of a deal.
Coming up next on the Delco Duo, we're talking about mother-in-laws.
And welcome back to the Delco Duo. I almost said Daily Duo. That's so sad.
That is our
more of a
news segment.
Yeah.
Monday through Friday at 8:45-ish. Yeah. We give more opinions if you can't get enough of our opinions.
We do it on like
I was thinking when we were talking about, the events we have coming up and the one at the Springfield Country Club, about how you said on the Daily Duo, that's where you want your funeral luncheon to be.
Yeah.
So maybe while we're there, I'll scope out like what the bar prices are and see if I can get your arrangements, well in order.
Yeah, we were talking about, and I felt really bad because on the Daily Duo, we really dove into like what I want my funeral to look like, but I forgot to ask you about
because
yours.
I don't like, I think speaking about it calls it. So I don't like that juju.
To go back though to the whole funeral thing, because
the story was that people nowadays are planning their own funerals like to a T. Mm-hmm. So we were giving our opinion on that,
and I really want mine to be.
You have a lot of opinions on how you want your funeral.
I want mine at the Springfield Country Club.
Why?
Because all my family's always been there, and then you just drive right over to St. Peter and Paul, and you're just buried there. And you also asked like, how do you know you want to be buried there? I'm like, because isn't that just like where everyone's buried?
But like, I don't think. Like, will you be buried with your parents?
Yeah, but like my grandparents are there.
Like, I don't think so I have my grandparents are in a spot and my dad's also in that spot.
Right.
My mom has a spot, but like there's no room. Like that's it.
There's no room?
No.
Oh, see, there's
like,
a lot of room.
Where are you that there's a sprawling, like what section of the cemetery? Because you have to buy those plots. Like they bought these plots, I don't know.
There's a lot of room. I hope there's a lot of room.
Well, you should check that out.
That's why I really wanted a mausoleum. Guaranteed space. But we don't have the money.
You need to have like the cost of those things are
they nuts?
Insane.
I don't even know.
I'm sorry, but you're dead.
I know, but
I'm sorry, but
you look so cool.
Like, okay, I'll start your GoFundMe for your mausoleum. Yeah, I don't know.
I just love.
I guess that's a good point. Like, I don't know when you pick out the plot. Like, I just know like our plot is like capacity basically.
Have you ever noticed that when you drive around the mausoleums, they're all Italian? I love it. All the mausoleums, they're like Di Pasquale.
I mean, if you're looking for names,
Romano. I'm like, you Italians love your mausoleums, and I think it's hysterical.
I never took that much thought into
I do it all the time.
I was gonna say though, if you're looking for names, like if you're gonna name a child, a cemetery is a good place to be. You just look at all the different names.
Okay.
That's weird compared to what you
morbid. God.
Okay.
All right. Bailey from Brookhaven. This is what she writes. My mother-in-law lives with me, my husband, and 3 children. My work schedule is demanding, and my mother-in-law can be very helpful with the children. After a romantic weekend away with just my husband, I returned home to my youngest, calling my mother-in-law Mama. I am trying to correct it, but feel like I'm the only one among my husband and mother-in-law. Am I overreacting? I don't think you're overreacting.
I was blow a gasket. No, I think it's casket because we were talking about
I think it's a gasket.
I would blow a gasket if my child was calling my mother-in-law Mama. Mm-hmm. And that happens. Like I've seen babysitters even, like nannies who have been like, oh my gosh, they won't stop calling me Mama because.
And it's so awkward and they're like, no, don't call me that.
I don't know. What do you do though?
Well, one, everybody has to work on this. You can't be the only one. Like the mother-in-law needs to be like, oh, call me. And I think you need to come up with another name for your mother-in-law. Like if the name's like grandmama or grandma, or come up with something easier then.
My mom's mum.
Yeah.
And mum and mama are very similar.
Right.
Sometimes my son still is like, I'm like, who are you talking about? Are you talking about me or are you talking about mom?
Right. But it is your youngest, so it might take a little bit to, this might just be like a little bit of a phase. But make sure we're working. Like any phase, you work on it. You know what I mean?
That would make me feel so defeated and like, oh my gosh, I need to quit my job. I need to stop going away. I clearly this is my fault. I was not present enough in my child's life that they are calling my mother-in-law Mama.
No. This is typical mom guilt to always blame yourself for this. It kind of seems like maybe your mother-in-law was not in any way discouraging this. It's not to do with you. Your mother-in-law was kind of like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? Like, she definitely was not discouraging. If anything, she might have encouraged this. And it is to no fault of your own. Many, many, many women work and do not get called, and their mother-in-laws are not called mama, okay? That seems to be an issue that your mother-in-law is not discouraging. And your husband should be on board with this as well.
Yeah.
You know, you are the mama, not your mother-in-law.
I think that's all that needs to be said.
Yeah.
On that topic, Monica's fired up. All right, coming up on the Daily Duo, we're talking about one of our own exciting things, not an issue. I'm not going to call it an issue.
All right, and welcome back to the Delco Duo.
All right, let's get right to it. That's it. Let's just get right to it.
Meisner needs an advisor.
I guess my advisor would have been Monica 6 months ago.
What was it?
I mean, you apparently had it all figured out before I had even known that I was figuring it out. So, surprise, I am expecting my second child. Look, can you tell? Like, not to brag, but come on.
You look great.
I have on my maternity jeans. That's what's happening here.
Woo!
All my sweaters are cropped, so it's like nothing's happening here. I'm probably too far from my mic if you can't hear me. But yes, I am preggo.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So exciting.
Really excited. We're doing the new year in January. Baby number 2. Cruz is going to be a big brother. So now that we're like in October and...
So six months. Wow.
Yeah. I'm 6 months pregnant. That sounds like really long.
It does.
But yeah, so now that
take
we
a
are
little bit
in
to announce.
October, I know like Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, like this is just gonna fly. So
Like for a very exciting time.
Right. Like it's a tough time to be in your third trimester because it's so busy. Like, wow, Santa's gonna be so tired.
Yes. Yes.
But we're really excited. We're looking forward to it. And the reason we're talking about it on the Delco Duo is one, so that I can start wearing things that are, you know, not as hiding-ish, but also because when I told Monica in July, right? I told you in July? I think it was
the golf outing.
Yeah, mid-July.
Yeah.
I told Monica mid-July, and she pulled out her phone and she said, oh, well, I have already known. I think I knew before you. I have on my notes app all the reason as to why. Okay, so is this it?
This is it.
Okay.
Monica knew it. Insomnia, Pop-Tarts, vitamin water, turning on the AC, change of clothes for the doctor, eating all of the guest segments food, veggie hoagie, and iced coffee. Okay, so let's break this down for you.
Wow, you really were following me so closely. I'm actually kind of scared at how much attention to detail you take in my day to day.
Immediately, Jenna comes in and was like, I can't sleep.
Yeah. And I didn't know that I was pregnant at that point.
That's when I knew. She says, I can't sleep. And she was really having a very hard time sleeping, and I was getting worried.
3.5 to 4 hours a night. And on this shift, that's just brutal enough as it is. So I was complaining to Monica, like, I don't know what's going on, but I can't sleep.
So she didn't know at that point that she was pregnant, and I kind of thought, maybe she's pregnant. Then Jenna figures out she's pregnant, so then she starts just eating whatever she wants. Pop-Tarts.
Well, the Pop-Tarts thing was truly, I didn't have any groceries. There's some mornings when I just don't have breakfast, and who doesn't love to treat themselves with a little Pop-Tart, pregnant or not? That sounds delicious.
Okay, vitamin water. Explain that.
Vitamin water, there just comes a point where you're just tired of water, just straight up water, and you need something like electric lights or like you just need something more. And coffee was really grossing me out. And in my early pregnancy, coffee, like the hot coffee that I drink every morning, that's why you also have iced coffee on there.
Iced coffee was another indication.
Coffee was really grossing me out for a while. And so I brought in a vitamin water one morning, and Kelsey, who was very pregnant at the time, was like, oh, I drink those all the time. They're so great for when I'm pregnant. And I was like, oh, crap.
Okay, another one is I've been getting really cold a lot lately, like really cold. Jenna continues to turn on the AC at work. Women's winter is so real.
And I'm always freezing.
You're always
I'm always the one complaining.
So you're usually my partner in crime. Me and you are constantly turning off the AC together. Well, now you are my
when
not
you
partner
feel
in
like
crime.
you're gonna barf and your coworkers don't know why. Sometimes the cold air really soothes that feeling. Yes. I can't tell you how many times I had to leave set and privately gag in the bathroom because I was feeling so sick. So the air conditioning was really helping, but Monica, I think that was a dead giveaway for a lot of people in the studio.
Right.
Right. Because I'm always complaining that I'm freezing, and then here I am blasting everybody out with the AC.
So I'm starting to really just take notes. I'm like, geez, Jenna, like make it more obvious.
Notes. Yes. Actually taking notes.
But I didn't say anything because, I want her to, come to me and make it a surprise. And I wanted to act surprised, but by the end I couldn't act surprised. I was like, make it more obvious.
Well, I told you much later this time than I told you with my first.
Yes. There was one time when you were like, oh, I have to go get changed, and didn't say why you were getting changed, but me and Kelsey both looked at each other like, you're getting changed for the doctors and you're going to go to the doctors. Like, we knew it. And then...
God forbid I bring a change of clothes to work.
And then the last very obvious time was
Wawa.
They brought in hoagies, and we love a good hoagie. And me and Kelsey and Deja reach for a good turkey. I get the Italian hoagie, because why wouldn't you just want a good Italian hoagie? And Jenna goes, is there a veggie option? And we were like...
And I had a cheese hoagie, and it was delicious. And I at that point, I was like, you guys know, and I'm just going to wait to tell you some more, and I'm going to eat my cheese and bread.
Excited nonetheless. This is such a happy time.
Thanks,
I'm happy for you.
I got to watch what I do. I got to watch what I do now. You're taking notes on me. She's always going to be investigating. All right, Delco trivia.
It's Delco Arts Week. How many years has this been around? All right, Delco Arts Week runs from the 4th through the 12th. How many years has this been around?
Lucky number 7.
Oh,
7 years. That's a good amount of time.
Yeah.
I feel like I was more in tune with Delco Arts Week recently, like not 7 years ago.
Right.
But just because it's grown so much. I mean, it's 9 days.
Yeah,
there's so many different things. One of the things I went to last year was the Fall Fest on State Street. Mm-hmm. Talk about
huge. There
was no Eagles game that day, I don't think.
Therefore.
And we went like right at prime. Like there's a game at 1, I think, on Sunday. Is it? Yeah, 1 o'clock tomorrow. I don't know. So I'm sure the crowd might be a little bit lighter because people are watching the birds.
But you're saying
last year, holy moly, every person in Delco and their mother was there.
Needed something to do.
Yeah.
Without a birds game.
So it's got music, dance, film screenings, galleries, workshops, creative experiences for adults and kids, and it's a Delaware County Arts Consortium.
I love when they call it a week, but it's really 2
9
weeks.
days.
Yeah, like 2
we're not going to be like Delco Art 9 days.
Delco. Yeah.
So just Google it.
Sorting.
There's a ton of things like for kids to do too. Mm-hmm. If you're already getting tired of your kids,
you can find something.
You can find something creative. So really cool.
Like you said, October just gets so busy. There's so much to do.
You can go get my pumpkins, like my pumpkin patch pictures. I got a lot to do.
So you go from Delco Arts Week to Girls Night Out with us at the Springfield Country Club, then roll into the Ella Bella Fashion Show.
Yes. And somehow fit in Linvilla, Bates Motel. Fit it all in Delco. We love fall, but Delco Duo at phl17.com. That is the best way to talk with us. Send us your issues, comments.
Absolutely. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much. See you next week right here on PHL 17.